Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the vlog. It is actually the morning right now. I know, that's kind of weird to think about. And does the shot not look like a lot nicer in the morning? Wow. This shot is like legitimately well lit. Okay, anyways. So the first half of this vlog is going to be talking about Teslas, and the second half of this vlog is going to be talking about MC, which is Minecraft. So reason we're talking about Teslas first, which I wasn't planning on doing, is because Tesla just had their event, their thing yesterday, where they released a truck and a car. So I guess first we'll talk about the truck, because that's what I was anticipating and looking forward to, and I think that's what's cooler. So the truck, they built this truck. It's an electric truck, and they have 4 motors, one on each wheel. It's going to be the dopest thing ever. I think it gets 126 miles per... Or no, that would be ridiculous. But it doesn't need gas, so you can't. $1.26 per mile, I believe. And then a normal diesel truck is $1.51 per mile. But that's, assuming the worst. That's assuming that gas prices are $2.50, which is really low. So if gas prices ever go up higher than that, that means that the diesel price is higher. Tesla's doesn't fluctuate. I believe they said I don't even remember what it was. But, they have a constant fixed price for the truck. Even if electricity prices go up, they promise that they'll always sell their electricity if you have that truck for the certain price. And then, let's see what else. So, it's an electric vehicle, so it's just generally cheaper. In terms of fuel-wise, the electricity is cheaper than the gas. It's assuming you're traveling at 65 miles an hour with the truck fully loaded, 80,000 pounds. So, and of course, 80,000 pounds is the max weight you can have in California. So, yeah, so there's no reason for them to, have a truck that can carry more than 80,000 pounds. And with 80,000 pounds, it can travel up a 5% grade, a hill, at 65 miles an hour, while a diesel truck can only travel up a hill of that grade with that weight at 45 miles an hour. So the Teslas just sound really better. They also, something I'd never thought about, but apparently it's a big deal, they have a really, really, really strong windshield, some nuclear resistant, some weird thing, or atomic, I don't know. Really, really strong windshield. And at first I'm like, what the hell? What, are we assuming that all trucks are carrying nuke bombs or what? But it turns out, since truck windshields are so huge, apparently on average they break once a year. And when they break, if you're in the middle of nowhere, guess what? You're stuck in the middle of nowhere, because you're not going to be able to drive without a windshield, and you're stuck there until someone can ship in, a truck windshield to you. So they built a really strong windshield. They're so confident in their electric capabilities. Tesla has promised you will not have to do any maintenance on it until 1 million miles. Which those of you who have ever driven know is kind of ridiculous. Most cars are thrown out at 150, 200,000 miles, and this truck is expected to go 1 million miles without any maintenance, not even a single visit to the shop. I think normal cars get their oil change every 5,000 miles. This is, what, 200 times better. That's insane. That's a crazy number. 1 million miles, no maintenance. That's their guarantee. Which I think is crazy. So anyways, also they said, truckers have to stop and get gas. With Tesla, though, you're going to be able to, you can charge your truck while you're unloading your stuff. So, you have a Targa truck while you're there, and you have to go to the back and wheel all the stuff into the Target store. You just plug in your truck, and it's charging. So that's a really cool idea. Very efficient idea. I don't know why they didn't do that with gas, but I guess gas is harder to come by than electricity, which makes sense. Anyway, so that's that. Very crash resistant. Even if it's not on autopilot, it will do automatic braking, and automatic lanes staying in your lane. So if you have a medical emergency on the road, this is the example Elon used. If you have a heart attack while you're driving, it's gonna stay in the line. It's gonna stay in the lane, and it is going to brake for you if someone brakes. But you know, very quickly it's going to realize, like, hey, you are driving, now there's no one driving. It's going to say, are you here? And if no one responds, it's going to pull over. And if still no one is coming to say, like, hey, I'm here, then it calls 911 for you, which is low-key really incredible. Because, you know, most truckers are going to be going alone. So, you know, that's a really smart idea. You know, if a trucker has a heart attack, and there's a hell of a lot of truckers, so the chances are not that low. You know, they're not going to have 80,000 pounds of freight and metal, you know, being propelled at 60 miles an hour. You're not going to all of a sudden have that be unmanned. It's not going to all of a sudden just be like, oh, no one's driving this, and you can hit someone. You know, it's going to say, okay, no one's manning this, we're going to pull this over. So self-driving is just the coolest thing, isn't it? Anyway, so this Tesla truck basically just looks really, really great. They also have some techniques in there to prevent rollovers and prevent jackknifing, which I have no idea what it is. But let's see. It charges when you brake, so, like, you know, if you're going down a hill, it'll recharge the battery. It has a 500-mile range, which is very, I think it's pretty good for a truck. Yeah, I mean, that'll get you to San Francisco from LA. I think that's good enough. So yeah, very good range, good speeds. You know, it's just generally a lot stronger than normal trucks. Although, can't guarantee they're going to be able to travel that fast, because trucks generally have lower speed limits. But it is capable. You know, where that power comes to handy is if you're going up a hill, where most trucks are going to be, like, killing themselves, and, like, I think on the 5, when you're going through the pass, they have separate truck lanes, 2 lanes, you know, as if it's their own road, because trucks are going like 30 miles an hour. So, you know, you can sit there in your truck and, like, start flying, you know, 60 miles an hour or whatever the actual truck speed limit is up the hill. And I don't know, I don't know if they lower truck speed limits for uphills too. I don't know anything. Anyways, the other thing they released is the new Tesla Roadster. Roadster, I believe, was the first car Tesla created. It's back this time with a max speed of over 250 miles an hour. And what was this? It has a range of 620 miles, which is over 1,000 kilometers, which is, like, high-key very, very ridiculous. It functions as a normal car now. It's not like some really, really sporty car. There's 4 seats, so you could technically put your 2 kids in the back and your wife in the passenger seat. And there's 2 trunks, I believe, or at least 1. I don't know. But there are trunks. And he said there's a ton of space, so you can get your luggage in there. So, you know, you could do a legitimate convertible road trip. Speaking of convertible, the Tesla Roadster is a convertible, so, you know, you can take the roof off and everything. So the Roadster is more of a sporty car than the actual Tesla cars. But I mean, think about that. And also that it has 1,000 nanometers of torque. I have no idea, 10,000 nanometers of torque. I have no idea what the hell that means, and I don't even know if NM was abbreviating for nanometers or something else that I don't know. But if that means anything to you guys, 10,000 Nm of torque, it has it. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's the Tesla Roadster. Actually pretty cool. I'm sure it's going to be pretty expensive because it's, you know, I mean, Teslas are already like 100,000. Can only imagine what a car that's supposed to be nicer than a normal Tesla is going to go for. So, it's coming on 2020. Anyways, I wouldn't buy, well, if it was cheap, I'd probably buy, I don't know. But anyways, very, very cool car. 620-mile range. I mean, that's crazy for an electric car. And 250 miles an hour. Oh, yeah. 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. 0 to 60 in 1.9, but 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. That's just ridiculous. Can't believe it. But yeah, I'm more excited for the truck because I think the truck is cool. I think the truck has a lot of... I don't know how much it's going for. They didn't say how much it's going for, but I think the truck has a lot of potential to be really, really good. Because, you know, with a Tesla car, the money you save on electricity and maintenance, it's good, but it'll take a very long time to make itself up for an $100,000 car. With a truck, a vehicle that's, you know, supposed to be constantly driving, if you have, you know, on the worst case, Elon said, worst case scenario, you have a difference of 20 cents per mile. That for 1 million miles, which you need no maintenance, where a truck would need a hell of a lot of maintenance. 1 million miles, that would be 20 million cents, which to $200,000. So whatever this truck goes for, if you drive 1 million miles, you're gonna save $200,000. It's simple math to make, but just the cost of electricity versus the cost of gas, you're saving yourself $200,000. And I have a hunch that'll cover the cost of the truck. I've never bought a tractor trailer before for a truck, so I don't really know. But I have a feeling that whatever this thing goes for, $200,000 will probably be greater than that. So I think this has, you know, if the market receives it well, this has a lot of potential to do really well, because just economically, it's a vehicle that does nothing but do its job. You know, cars, like, yeah, people might drive a lot. Maybe they have a 3-hour commute a day, but what if your job is to drive? You know, people that have this truck, their job is going to be to drive all day. So, you know, they're driving for hours. I mean, their entire day is spent driving. So 1 million miles, which is far more in fruition to hit, save you $200,000. I think that's really good. Now, I guess it does take me quite a while. I think I drive like 5,000. I don't know how far we drive. Yeah, I don't know anything. But anyways, that's your little talk for today. That this Tesla truck, I think, if it's well received, it has the potential to do really well, because just economically, it makes so much sense. So I'll see what's going for, and then I think I'm going to cut the vlog, and I'll do the emceeing in a different vlog, because this vlog is long. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy it, like it. If you did not like it, dislike it. Don't forget to share your opinion in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye, bye, bye.